My name is Arvind Kala. I fly so infrequently that anytime I do, I almost imagine that I'm an astronaut. But I have a one line solution for the overcrowding at Delhi airport. The overcrowding is so bad that today a passenger can go well in time 2 3 hours before and still not get into a plane and return home hours later unable to have caught his flight. And today the airlines they're asking you to come 3.5 hours before. Air India is asking passengers to come 4 hours before because they're unable to process them. Pretty soon they'll ask you to come the earlier night and it'll become like a train station with chaps going around and saying like, is this what we are coming down to? Now, I have a very, very simple solution. My one line solution is this. Why can't passengers check in their bags early? Say I'm leaving for Bombay 3 days from now, and I'm a leisure traveler. So why can't I check in my bag 24 hours before, 48 hours before, 72 hours before? The airlines can have 20 different bag collection centers, and I leave my bag there. My guy leaves the bag there, and the bag collection center sends it to the airport, and Indigo or Spice Jet or whatever, any of these, they will distribute the thing, and my bag will get into the plane I get into. So these are very simple solutions. Now, from what I have seen of Delhi Airport, now Delhi Airport is the most crowded. It has domestic passengers wise, it has 84,000 daily passengers. So presumably 42,000 fly in and 42,000 fly out. So let's forget about the 42,000 incoming passengers. Now we are dealing with 42,000 outgoing passengers. Of them, around 80% do have checked in bags. Only 20%, 15-20% have those business, those cabin luggage fellows, and so have these bag collection points. And there may be a hell of a lot of people will want to avail of this. Leave that to the market. Right now, that is the biggest bloody problem from what I have seen of the overcrowding. And once you have those bag collection centers, then your problem is over. And then why should why should I getting into an Indigo plane with no business class seats get a seat assigned, aisle seat and middle seat, etc. Let there be free seating. There are those outside kiosks. You press a couple of buttons, you get that little parchi, you head for the gate. And you get your name is already there. Arvind Kala, I'm there. I'm going to Hyderabad or whatever. So it's already there. And whoever gets whatever, let there be free seating. So quicken this whole process. And another thing is the kind of hassles you face. All those CRPF constables, etc., going through your pockets, this, that, with that. Take off your shoes, take off your belt, your coat should be in another tray. You run out of trays, you run out of those, what are those, conveyor belts or whatever, etc., etc. And then you go and then you put your hand down, then he looks at you. Sometimes it's impossible. And you get off. I remember before getting into a plane somewhere, I was going to Hyderabad to Goa. And he was asking the chap before me, what is this? That guy said it's a half-eaten bottle of jam. So the guy was looking at the jam or something, as if it contained some substance which could trigger an explosive device. They looked at my rucksack and there was a little torch inside that. Now, there are 4,01,000 passengers getting into a plane every day in India. If these Haryana constables are going to look at every coin in every guy's pocket, etc., it's going to be bloody impossible. It's overreaction, you see. It's just overreaction to everything. And this is the government doing it. And talking of the government, the civil aviation minister went to Delhi airport with for a photo op. And the Jyotirmoy Scindia, the Paji prince from Gwalior, he had a mask on. His officials had a mask on, and he was hanging around like this, taking a walk. And I thought of Ronald Reagan's famous words. Ronald Reagan said that the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I am from the government and I am here to help. So now, Jyotirmoy Scindia was some cabinet secretary or joint secretary or OST or whatever. Damn it, the guy should be with airlines people, yeah. Indigo flies 125,000 passengers every day. An Indigo plane leaves every 1.5 minutes. Now, those are the guys who know what the problem is, not the officer on special duty and joint secretary and director of this, etc., etc. So these guys don't know a thing. The government doesn't know a thing. If you look at all the airline accidents that have happened, a bombing of a Kanishka plane, a plane going down in various other planes, Kandahar, right? All those airlines were in the hands of the government. If it's in their hands of the private sector, nothing goes wrong. The government, these guys are dopes, yeah. They don't know a thing. Mercifully, there's a very easy solution also in one sense. As I said, 4,01,000 passengers get into a plane every day in India. Now, 80% of them get out, use only 6-7 airports. Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Madras, Goa, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, maybe Pune. Just a few of these. So the problem is only limited there. So why can't these cities have bag collection centers? There's a huge logistics industry which will take my suitcase and 10,000 other suitcases across. And Amazon delivers 16 lakh packages a day. Flipkart delivers 270,000 packages a day. India has the cash machines going. India has nearly 3 lakh ATM machines. And cash machines go, fill them up every day. We don't hear of hold-ups, nothing. There's a huge logistics industry. Leave it to them rather than these government fellows, CRPF fellows, etc., not knowing anything. Jyotirmoy Scindia walking around, etc. By the way, Jyotirmoy, he's a civil aviation minister. No other country has a goddamn airline minister, yeah? When the government is not running any Britain doesn't have an aviation minister, America doesn't have an aviation secretary. What is this guy doing? So, there's a minister for transportation everywhere. That's how it should be. Now, there should be a minister for buses and there'll be a minister for taxis. And everything, everything is bloody so messed up here. And as I was saying, they'll say come early, 3.5 hours early, 4 hours early, 5 hours early. What the hell, yeah? What's a guy supposed to do? It's easily solvable, but they will not think outside the box. They'll just consult one another, OST. There'll be a committee formed, and then committee will form a subcommittee, and then it'll go to the minister, and then and then he'll go to the prime minister to see, to butter up Modi, etc. And that is what happens. So the government can't do a thing. Well, friends, I must get going. After all, how much can I talk? And this is a wonderful video. Please forward it to everybody you know. And if anybody doesn't like my video, just throttle him, okay? You have my permission to do so. So I'll bid you farewell. See you later, alligator.